Hello, I am Albert, a student advisor from the Student Advisory Services at the University of Malta, and we will be looking into what services we can help you with in this moment of admissions at our university, hoping that your path towards arriving to the course of your preference will be as smooth as possible. So, first of all, we are the Student Advisory Services, and you can find our offices at the Gateway building at university, and we are here every morning, Monday to Friday, to try and help you as much as possible with the queries you might have. To make an appointment with us, you just have to go on the website and make an appointment on www.um.edu.mt/SAS. So, to enter university, any student will be required to have two sets of entry requirements. The first requirements are the secondary education certificate. Every student applying for the University of Malta will be required to present Maltese, English language, and mathematics at secondary education certificate level. The second set that everybody will need is the matriculation certificate. The Matriculation certificate is a collection of 2 A-levels, 3 intermediates, and the 4th intermediate being Systems of Knowledge, amongst which everybody should have a subject from Group 1, the languages, a subject from Group 2, the humanities, and a subject from Group 3, the sciences. Of course, this means that the requirement to pass the matriculation certificate, to get a pass in the certificate, everybody is required to satisfy 5 criteria. The first being a pass at grade E or better in a language, Group 1. The second being a pass at grade E or better in a humanity, Group 2. A pass at grade E or better in a science, Group 3. A pass at grade E or better in Systems of Knowledge, and 44 grade points. In this slide, you can also see how the 44 grade points are translated from your grades and should add up by a simple addition to at least 44 grade points. This is an example of a result that some might think is not a pass, but as you can see, because it satisfies all 5 criteria, then that is actually a pass at matriculation certificate. On the other hand, this is another example that many people would think is a very good result, and indeed it is a good result, but it still lacks one of the 5 criteria, so the student needs to still sit for some examination to fulfill his or her need for the course of choice. One must remind here that beyond the session that has just finished, you can also sit for the September session of examinations, whereas everybody can sit for 1 A-level and 1 intermediate of Group 1, 1 intermediate of Group 2, 1 intermediate of Group 3, and Systems of Knowledge, and 1 intermediate of Group 4. So your chances are still there. If you are going to sit for such examinations, you still have to apply by the 21st of July at 2 p.m. Of course, some courses will need also, in addition to the general requirements, will need special course requirements, and you can look at the booklet online on our website to see what special course requirements are pertaining to your course of choice. This year is the first year where we will be also accepting what we are calling probationary students. If, upon trying all your chances, meaning that you will also try to sit for the September session, if after such session you're still lacking some of the requirements for your course, you might be eligible to be a probationary student. What is a probationary student? A probationary student is a person who will be 18 years old by the 31st of December of this same year, has at hand the secondary education certificate levels in English language, Maltese, and mathematics at grade 5 or better, has sat for all 6 subjects at the matriculation certificate, and attempted to improve anything that they didn't achieve in the MedSec second session that will happen now soon in September. So those are a need. Beyond that, if you have, going back on the 5 criteria we mentioned before, if you have the passes in the first 4 criteria but are lacking points, and you have between 38 and 42 points, then you can still start your course as a probationary student. The other situation is where you have 44 points or more, but are still lacking, you might be still lacking a pass in one of the other 5 criterion. So, for example, you still don't have a language pass or a humanity pass. In such case, once again, you can still start your course, however, as a probationary student. In the event of the first example, where you have passes in all the first 4 criteria but are still lacking the points, and you have between 38 and 42 points, in the case that your course also requires a special course requirement and you have 1 grade less in such a requirement, then once again you can be accepted and start the course as a probationary student. Of course, this is something new, and we invite you, first of all, to do your best in the September session, to apply now by the 21st of July, but in the meantime ask us and speak to us to make sure that things are clear and you can go on with clarity in your mind. Some exceptions to the probationary clause where probationary students will not be accepted are courses with limited numbers, capped courses, courses that are not governed by undergraduate regulations, so courses that are not undergraduate regulations are not eligible for probationary clause, and courses accessible through level 4 options, which we have some of and you might be aware of. In case you have queries, please do feel free to contact us. Of course, past first year, a probation student will become a regular student, and it is possible to progress from first year to second year on condition, and also to keep in mind that one can only be a probationary student once. Some important sites that you might need to use in these days is the Find Your Course site, that is um.edu.mt/SAS/Find Your Course, where you can download your personal list of courses you are eligible to with your subjects and grades. The application form, which is this university website /apply, and also the course finder, which is the university website /courses, where you can find even more details about the course or courses you are thinking of in order to apply and commence come October. From our side, we thank you for being with us, and we hope that you have good results, or else you'll be working nicely to achieve them by the end of the summer and be with us in October 2022. Thank you.